recently I read an interview with Wilfried Sauerland, who told that it would be a better option for Vetkin to come back to his former trainer, Valery Belov. How could you comment that?
Yeah. Well, he didn't say it to me, so the first thing I say is he's a coward because he doesn't say it to me. And I say it because I say that um, if Povetkin wants to, if they want to do that, and Povetkin's people want to do that, I never once in my life went after a fighter. Fighters, I've never solicited a job with a fighter ever. Um, I've fighters come to me and ask me to train them, and I make a decision, and that's what happened here. If they change their mind, they could do that anytime, anytime, anytime. Um, you know, he maybe what he's really saying is I can control the other guy better. I can do what I want to do. I can sell cars. It'd be easier for me to do the plan I want to do, is what Sauerland's really saying. Teddy Atlas stops me from doing that. He gets in my way of manipulating and maneuvering the fighter to the biggest money fight for himself. One of the reasons I didn't like the Klitschko fight, to be quite honest with you, since we're talking about what Sauerland said, so that opens the door now. You know, I would be more thoughtful about maybe saying some of these things if he didn't say that. But since he said that, you know, one of the things why I didn't want the Klitschko fight was I thought Sauerland, they were taking too much money. They were taking so much money from this kid that after the fight was over, it was supposed to be a $2 million purse. He wasn't going to have anything, hardly. And I that's not my job. But when I knew that, how could I not pay attention to that? How could I, at the end of the fight, a fight that he wasn't really seasoned for, but even if you take it for the money, say, okay, let the kid make money. We might not get this chance again. Even if you did that, what the good would it be when Sauerland takes so much money that the kid, when the fight's over with, doesn't have what he thought he was going to have? And that's what the case was going to be. That's what it was going to be. I thought it was criminal that they were prepared to do that, and I didn't want to see that get done. And you know, Callie Sauerland makes me laugh. He's such a punk. I mean, he never had a glove in his life on. Never got punched in the nose once. But he's going to talk about fighters. He's going to make decisions about fighters, and live within a place that influences fighters' lives and make decisions when he has no idea of the risk and danger of being a fighter and no respect for it. You know, he made a terrible comment after Abraham hit no, it was before the Fudge fight when he hit Darrell on the ground. He said, "Oh, he's a good actor. Oh, he should get an Academy Award. Oh, he's a phony. You know, making fun of him. The kid gets hit when he's on the ground. The kid gets hurt, and he's gonna talk small about it. He's gonna make jokes about it. He's gonna dismiss the significance of that because he has no respect for what that realm is. He's never been hit. He's always been protected by his father's money. He's never had to live that kind of life and understand what that means. Nothing. I mean, you know, he was wearing knickers and bonnets and probably having a lollipop when these fighters were in the gym, you know, trying to become champions and taking the risk that goes with that. He was in a private school. He was being given a Maserati. You know, he didn't understand any of the things that fight people understand in this business. If he did, he wouldn't talk that way. He would never talk that way. Never make so little of a fighter getting hurt like that, and it was disgusting. It was disrespectful. It was pitiful that a man like that should be allowed to be even in that position. I don't even know how his fighters could stay around him after making a comment like that. And Falk had the guts, and I respect Falk, who just won that big fight with Abraham. He had the guts to say it. He had the guts to say it. He wasn't afraid because Sauerland's a promoter, and he might not have this, but he has money. Falk wasn't afraid of that. Falk said what he should say and what he believed, and what a lot of people believe, and what a lot of people think. So you could tell Sauerland, go get it, go let him, take him back to the old trainer. Go ahead, go talk to Alexander Povetkin and ask him if he wants to go back. I'm not stopping him. I don't have chains on him. I came because I was asked to come and asked to help him, and I made a decision because I liked the fighter and I liked his character. I don't even want to be in boxing anymore. This was the first fight I came back for. I'd rather do the commentating. I don't have to be around guys like Sauerland when I talk on a microphone. I don't have to deal with all this crap. I don't have to worry about people stabbing you in the back and looking to cut your throat while they stand over there instead of here. I don't want to be around boxing. I really don't. I really don't. I'm back for one reason, because Povetkin asked me, his people brought me out to Russia, and I got to like the fighter, and I trusted him, and I decided, okay, I could help him, and he wanted to be helped, and he wanted to do the things that I thought he needed to do, and so we made a relationship. But I didn't want to and this is why I don't want to be in the sport, because of people like Sauerland. Because of people that say things from a high tower, from a place where they can be safe and have none of the consequences, where they can throw fighters in there and make more money. His father's a billionaire already, and make more money on the sweat and the blood of a fighter, and not understand, not even respect what that risk is. Not even have any thought for that. Not have any thought if a fighter's ready to be in a ring, and whether or not when he's finished in that fight, how he's going to be left. Because they're moving on to the next business decision. So yeah, Callie, go ahead. You go bring him back to his, go ahead. Bring him back. And if you don't bring him back to his old trainer, bring him back to somebody else that you can control. That's really what you're saying. Someone that you can control, someone you can make sure that you have your way with the fighter, that you can make the decisions that are best for you, not for the fighter. Someone that makes it easier to do that. Why don't you stop being a sheep? Why don't you stop being and put the sheep clothing over you and hide from being a wolf? Why don't you show yourself for what you really are? Come out and say, hey, I want to be able to, I want to get rid of Teddy Atlas so I can maneuver Povetkin into a fight that's best for me, and I won't have to deal with him stopping me from doing that. Why don't you just come out and say that?